and welcome to Junk Journal Inspirations. My name is Emily. I'm here today to share my latest project with you, and it is a collaboration with Vectoria Designs. They are launching a brand new project pack today. It is a recipe journal project pack, and it was perfect timing because I have been planning a cooking/recipe journal probably for close to 2 years now. I've been gathering and collecting, and it was finally time. It was time. So I'm excited to share with you what I created, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about the project pack first, and you can find all the links to the project pack and to the free gift that I'm going to talk about in a second in the description box below. And you can also find the project I made, I can't really call it a journal because it's more than that, in my Etsy shop, and that link is also in the description box. So like I said, it's called Recipe Journal Project Pack, and you get 24 journal pages and then 8 like design papers that are vertical 8.5 by 11, and let's see, I don't want to forget anything. 6 pages of embellishments. I think that's it. And then there is a free gift, and you don't have to buy the project pack to get the free gift. You just click on the link that I have listed below that says free gift, and you can just have this. I think that's a really nice thing that they do every time they launch a new kit. They also include, you know, a way to get a free little embellishment sheet. So this one's pretty cool. You've got a little recipe card here, a couple little tags, some labels, and there are more of these in the actual project pack. This nice large journaling card here, couple other little snippets, and then these gorgeous little what I would call like digital washi. I think they're really cool. So go check that out. If nothing else, you can get a free little embellishment sheet if you're into making recipe journals, or you just, you know, want to use these elements for something else. I think it's pretty cool. So here is what I've created with the project pack. I decided to make a cooking/recipe/something journal when I found this sort of accordion folder kitchen keepsakes little thing at a thrift store, and I've had this for so long now, and I'm so glad that I finally made something with it, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. So the actual accordion folder is 10 inches by about 7.5, and till it's all said and done, it's a little more than 3 inches tall or thick. And then yeah, so I've closed it with sari silk, and I just tied a bow here. I looped it through. I think I tied, oh no, okay. I was like, did I tie it in a knot? That would be silly. And that just kind of wraps around a few times, and then it's just in an eyelet here. Let me turn this over so you can see the back. So there's a wide eyelet here in the back. I love this image. I think that's really cool. All right, and then let's look at the front here. Let me get myself sort of situated. So in order to fit everything inside, I had to take off, there was a ribbon that went through the whole thing. It was also the closure, and it sort of, you know, kind of held this into a position that was way too small for what I wanted to put inside it. So there's a lot of space. You could add more to this. You know, it just created a wider space, and then it also sits fairly well open, like that. All right, so let me turn it this way because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. I have added lace to, you know, all of the little dividers in here. And hopefully you can see what I mean. So you've got lace on all the dividers, and then the tabs weren't so pretty anymore. So I added this fabric that has sort of kitchen designs to the tabs. Okay, and then you've got a little fork charm here. Hopefully you can see that, just hanging by a bulb pin. And then tons of stuff inside. So let's just get started. So the first pocket, and I'll move this off to the side a bit. Actually, I'll move it this way so it's not blocking the light. Okay. So this is just a small little, almost antique, little recipe booklet that I had picked up. I think it's from the 30s. Yeah, 1936. And I just thought it was so cute that they cut it to look like, you know, the sugar box. So I have taken everything out of the booklet, added in some of the original pages, and then also I'll show you, I've added some pages from the project pack, but I did a chain stitch binding. I'm not sure if you can see it too well, but it's yellow embroidery floss for the chain stitch. That's the first time I've actually done that binding, and I really like it. It's kind of cool looking. There's just a piece of elastic to kind of hold it closed, and it is almost 6 inches by, well, 4.5 if you count the lace, a little less than 4 if you don't count the lace. And yeah, let's just look inside. So what I did is I added back in, like I said, some of the original pages that were in the booklet. And I will tell you that when you can kind of see here, I don't want you to be surprised if you buy this and get it and you're like, what the heck? My cutter decided to give up on me when I was cutting these pages, the original booklet pages. So they're very uneven and jagged. I decided to go ahead and just leave it that way because it is old, the paper is old, and I hope that that doesn't detract at all from you know, the little journal itself. So what I did is I have a collection of antique newspapers and magazines and things, and I went through and I pulled out anything that was recipe related or kitchen related. And my thought process was I was thinking about you know, a lady that would be keeping little clippings and stuff in her kitchen for things that maybe she wanted to purchase or recipes that she wanted to try. And this is her little like folio where she keeps everything. So this particular little journal, I have just glue sticked down a bunch of the ads and recipes from those newspapers and magazines. So the edges aren't necessarily, you know, totally glued down. I did it that way because my thought was, that's what someone would do in their kitchen, right? They wouldn't go to a lot of trouble to glue everything perfectly. They would just kind of slap it in there, you know, to keep track of it. So I did it that way on purpose, but I used a good glue stick, so I think it should be fine. So, you know, here we have a recipe. This one opens up like this. And then what I did was I printed the some of like 12 of the journal pages at 2 per sheet, 2 per page. So it made them a lot smaller. So those are in here as well. And they're more of the kind of blank journaling type, you know, pages that I would have normally used on the backs of my journal pages. And then I just printed a tea-dyed digital on the back. So there's a lot of space to write. You could add your own journal or recipes, things like that. So here you have more recipes here, and I didn't count the pages, but there's quite a few. So I'm just going to keep going through here and just kind of showing you what I did. So you can see some of, yeah, they're just kind of glue sticked in there. Some pictures of pie. I left this just the way it was. Upside down pudding. Okay, and here's the middle, and you can kind of see that chain stitch binding there. This was like I don't think this was a page. I think this was a journaling card that comes in the kit, and I just used that as my center. And then there were some recipes actually in this booklet, so I didn't cover up those pages. So you can look at those old recipes. I think that's fun. You find a lot of interesting things and then some really gross things. I think most of these are baking because it's sugar, and you can see kind of the jagged edge here. But I thought, if someone's using this in their kitchen, it's gonna get jagged, right? It's not gonna stay nice, and it's gonna get beat up. That's what recipe books look like, cookbooks and things. Lots of pages. I didn't count, like I said, but there's a lot in here. All right, so that is that. And I did sew the lace onto the front and back covers. So that is in the first pocket. Let's pull this back up here. All right, and then the second pocket, you have a little, this is actually from Old Design Shop, digital. It's just a label, like the envelope that these labels would have come in. She just scanned, the envelope. And I just turned it into a little booklet with lined paper. Just tea-dyed lined paper, and I stapled it here. So that's in the second pocket. I'm gonna leave the big journal here for last. In here you have, let me show you this first. Let me take this out. All right, in here I created, I hope you can see this. I just created a little pocket with a coffee cup sleeve and added a little piece from the kit and some cheesecloth on there. There's nothing in there right now. I just left that open for you to add whatever you'd like. So that's in there. All right, and inside that pocket, I just included this booklet from 1913. It's a little Arm & Hammer baking soda recipe booklet. I love it. It's so grungy and awesome. So that's just, I didn't do anything to it. It's just the way it is. But I think that's fun. All right, and then also in that pocket, I have just clipped together a bunch of vintage recipe cards with a bulldog clip and some sari silk in the top. So there's cookies and nut bread. These are from the 70s and 80s. The pictures, I don't think are, sometimes the pictures on these recipe cards are not the most amazing, but I think it's fun because, they're old. So there's a whole bunch of those. Okay, and those are just clipped in there. All right, and then the next little pocket, I'm gonna pull out actually the last two pockets, and then we'll get to the actual journal in a second. All All right, so first we have a stack of recipe cards. I'm not gonna take it apart because I've tied them together, but what I did, there's a whole bunch of these. I think I wanna say there's 21. I have a Stampin' Up! Stamp set, an old one, and I just stamped it. This whole thing is a stamp. So I just stamped onto tea-dyed cardstock and inked the edges, and then just put this pretty red and white baker's twine around it, so you can write recipes if you'd like. And then with that is a vintage, no, it's not, just a glassine bag that I have tea dyed, or it's an envelope, I can't speak today. And this was also part of the stamp set. Let me get all of the different ones here to show you. I think there are there 5? I thought there were 6. You know what, I think there are 24 recipe cards. And then these were also stamps, and I just stamped them with different colors of archival ink, and then just cut them out. They're not all the same size, I just kind of roughly cut them. But the idea is, when you write your recipe, you can put the category down here at the bottom. So that's the idea behind that. So you get 24 recipe cards, and then I think I did 4 of each design for the categories, and I just have that clipped. Oops. Why can I never get these to work on camera? There we go. Just a little spiral clip there. Okay, and then this, I actually found the meat of this was kind of bound together with a little spiral binding. I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember where it came from. So I apologize if someone sent it to me. I just can't remember, but I found it. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. So what I did is I took one of the 8.5 by 11 design papers that comes in the kit, and I cut it down. I added some reinforcers here. This is a piece from the kit, it says family recipes. This is also a little fussy cut piece from the kit. I have used, what are these called? Binder rings? Binder clips? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. No, they're not binder clips. You know, these ring things. And I just added some of the lace to the ends. And then on the back, well, we'll get to that in a second. So the inside is like, you can use a dry erase marker on here and then wipe it off. But here on the inside, this is some wallpaper border, just to kind of stiffen up that cover a little bit. And then you've got a ton of pages and category sheets, and you can write your own recipes on here as well. I thought that was kind of cool. So I won't show you all of them, but they're all blank, so you can do what you will with them. And then for the back cover, I used this vintage flashcard, a really big flashcard that says cake and has a picture of cake. Some whole reinforcers on there. So that is in the back pocket. Oh, let me give you measurements on that. It is about 8 1/4 by 5 1/2, just about. All right, and then we have the actual journal here. So this is just sari silk, and I think these came like in a bunch of stuff that I just bought in an antique mall in a jar. They're little plastic, I don't know if they're plastic, they're some sort of plastic, little forks, and I had 2 of them. So I just used it on the end of my closure here, and it's just wrapped around. And this is I think, what is this? When is this from? I don't know. It's old. It might be antique. I think it might be yeah, I can't remember. I think it's the 20s maybe. Anyway, it's just a little Metropolitan cookbook from the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. There was a little mark up here that said 10 cents. So I just used some of that digital washi from the kit and covered that up. You've got some fabric on the spine here on the back. These were fussy cut pieces from the kit, and then these are from Old Design Shop. There's some digital milk caps. I've got lace on the front and the back here. And again, I didn't count the pages, but it is about 7 3/4 by, oh, I don't know, almost 5.5. Single signature, really kind of bulky, chunky little guy here. All right, so let's get inside it. So here I have a Tim Holtz die cut, and I've added this little piece from the kit and a little bow here. Some more, I used that border across the whole cover, so you'll see it in the front and the back. Again, just to kind of add some strength because this is pretty old. So inside here are all kinds of vintage things. We've got some little canning labels. I love these. They're quite hard to part with. I think they're super cute. And then, oops, I'm just gonna set that aside and I'll put it back in later. Some little saver stamps. This is a ginger label. I'm gonna make sure that I'm okay. I'm gonna zoom in real quick. Just give me a second. Okay, so you have a little ginger label. I think this is like from a butcher shop, but I'm not sure. Another little meat like butcher shop label, I'm guessing. That's what I'm calling that. And then in this section here, these are little tag pieces that come in the kit. Super cute. I just added a little lace to the top of that. Everything has just a tea-dyed background printed on the back side. And then some more labels. You've got peppermint and rosewater and Jamaica ginger. And then in this slot, some more saver stamps and a little coupon from a milk carton, I'm thinking. So it was like, you know, you saved up for prizes. Some more little saver stamps. I like these because they've got a cookie jar on them. Hopefully you can see that. And then this is just a little piece from the kit, just kind of a torn piece of paper to write on. And then, let's see if I can, there we go. This is from Old Design Shop, I believe. Just a little chocolate advertisement. And then these are some antique canning jar labels and a little Borden coupon, again, saving up for, you know, premiums, right? And this is just a vocabulary card with the word gourmet on it, sort of fit. I'll put all that back later. I just have an IGA store label here, and I used a little milk cap here, some lace at the bottom. All right, we have a chocolate milk bottle cap. This is a little Betty Crocker insert that has some recipes on it, and it's like a really cool waxed kind of paper. This is an old receipt that I had in my stash, and I just used it had a carbon on the back, like a piece of carbon paper attached to it, so it could be a duplicate. So I just added some tea-dyed cardstock onto the back of that, you know, so that you could actually use it. And then a couple little coupons for pie. I like those. They're also like a waxed, they probably were inside a pie box is my guess. And that's just a little tuck spot there for all of that. All right, and then this is a page from the kit. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the pages, the journal pages in this kit. I love just Vectoria designs in general. All the different layering and stuff that they do with the digitals is just, I love it. All right, so then I'm gonna put my ruler here so I know where to stay in frame. This is just a little brownie sandwich bag, and I have glued it down here. And inside, let's see, okay. So I just added this little sugar label up at the top here with a little bit of lace. And then you just have some vintage labels. There's a sardine label and a coffee label. And then this is a really cool coupon for coffee, I guess. But it's from Aunt Jemima. But yeah, it's just a really cool crinkly kind of paper. So that just slides in there. And then I also left in pages from the actual, from the booklet. And these I didn't cut jagged, so I had to get a new cutter or trimmer. Anyway, there's recipes in here. And then there's another page from the kit, and I used these dividers. So you have your dividers here, but I glued them down in such a way that they're also pockets. So let me, hopefully I can pull this out. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, I added this sardine label to just to decorate, the divider card. And then this is a digital, this is from Old Design Shop for geranium rose extract. I guess you would put that in food, but that sounds really gross. This is a vintage food show ticket. It actually has writing on the back, but I just left that because I think it adds to the character of the old ephemera, I think. Okay, come on. Go. Okay. This is a foreign, I don't remember where it's from, receipt, but it's for like chocolate, and you've got soda and, things like that on there. So I just added that. I've got a coffee dyed doily. This was just a recipe, looks like a playing card that I had in my stash. This is a piece from the kit, as well as this. This is from the freebie sheet. And then this is a vintage sarsaparilla label. I just think it's cool. It's just old and fun, and I like it. All right, so that's just a tuck spot there. Let me make sure that I'm okay. Sorry, I keep getting out of frame here. Okay, this is a bakery order form. I cut it in half, so there's two pieces in here. This is one of the pockets that comes with the kit. And then I just have some vintage labels in here. And then this is a piece from the kit. This is from Old Design Shop. I will link to Old Design Shop in the description box, but I have many of her ephemera kits, so I'm not sure which ones are where they came from. So, but you can go and check them out. This is an ice cream store order form or receipt. Another doily. Then you've got another index tab here. And again, I just used a vintage label to decorate that. And then you've got some more vintage labels inside. Come on. It's always such a struggle when you're filming and you're trying to not put your head over the, yeah, okay. This is from Old Design Shop as well, and I just turned it into a little side pocket for a few milk coupons, vintage milk coupons. And this is from Old Design Shop as well. It's just a little ad for a dining room set. This is a vintage bag for some sort of, well, it says a healthy lunch, nutritious, but it's something chocolate. So it's just a bag, just like a glassine bag. This is from Old Design Shop. So is this. And then these are some vintage labels, sardines and sugar compote. Not a good combination, but just be careful with these bags. This one and the brownie ice cream sandwich one. They're old, so you know they're fragile. This is from Old Design Shop. When I was creating this whole folio, I had her in mind. So for me, this is her folio. So my, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I kind of create stories in my head as I'm creating. And I named her Elsie. And this picture was taken when she won a gold medal recipe contest. So that's just my little background on Elsie. These are some old card catalog cards, and they're for different cookbooks. So they're not old, you know, they're like 90s. But I liked the color, and they go in there. All right. So am I the only one that creates backstories for my journals? Let me know in the comments. Here's the other half of that bakery order form. Another page from the kit. And on this side, I have this large piece from the kit that you can write on, and I just turned it into a side tuck. So there's a little gelatin pamphlet in here with a couple recipes. I love these pictures. I think that's really cool. This is a tea set ad. This is from Old Design Shop. And then this is a journaling card that comes in the kit. And that just all slides in here. Like so. This is another vintage, this happens to be a milk dairy receipt or order form. This is a spice label that I just turned into a page. Another page from the kit. I think this is Old Design Shop as well, and I just turned that into a pocket. You've got an orange marmalade label, let's see, I guess this is an ad from Betty Crocker for a cream and sugar set. Another label, I think this was a drink label. This is from Old Design Shop, a little recipe card. And then this is from the kit. Okay, and then the next page, this is a very old tomato can label, and I just turned it into a page, but just beware. I mean, it is very old, you know, so if you see any little tears or anything, that's to be expected. And then here's, or was that the beak? No, this is a beet can label. Getting confusing myself. Doesn't take much. Here's the center, and I used this butter. It's like a new old stock butter wrapper. So it's this really cool wax paper, and I really like the picture or the graphics on there. And I kind of folded it, sewed the edges, and turned it into a little double pocket here. So you have a pancake syrup label. This is an antique lion coffee card. I'm guessing these would come with the coffee. This is from the kit. And then another Borden coupon here. And then on this side, we have another maple syrup label, another Borden coupon, and then this is a journaling card from the kit, and this is 2 banners that come with the kit, and I just created a tab. Go. And then there's the back side of that wrapper, and then here is another index divider. These are both Old Design Shop. This is authentic antique canning jar labels for my stash. Go. And then I just used, this is from Old Design Shop, and so is this, just to decorate that up a little bit. And then this is the other side of one of the labels, and I had to fold it to make it fit there. And then there's the other side of the tomato label. And then this is a piece from the kit, and so is this here. And inside are a couple recipe cards and another dairy receipt or order form or whatever. Those are both, all 3 of those are Old Design Shop. And then I've just paper clipped with a tiny little paper clip from Tim Holtz some more of the antique canning jar labels. Now these, I had to soak these apart. The book was just complete, like one big brick. All the labels were stuck together, so they're not gonna be gummed anymore or sticky on the back, but they're still pretty cool. Make sure I'm in frame again. Okay. And then there's the other side of that spice label. Again, I forgot to count the pages, but it'll be in the Etsy description. This is a cottage cheese lid, you know, that would have been on a jar. Some more of those canning labels. This is a piece, journaling card from the kit, and this is Old Design Shop. And that just kind of tucks in there like so. Oops, not exactly like that. There we go. All right, another index divider. In this one you have a vintage vanilla label. This is Old Design Shop. This is someone else, I can't remember where I got that. And then another, oh, I'm so sorry, I tore that. Well, I'm sorry, I apologize, that's torn. But it had already been torn. Somebody, you know, tore the coupon off. So, but it's just a really cool wax paper. I apologize for tearing it. And I used a piece from the kit, this really pretty scale, just to decorate that. Come on. There we go. Okay. Some more recipes. The other side of that dining set. Yeah, that. And then just a whole bunch of labels here. You've got cinnamon drops and powdered mustard and celery seed. These are authentic labels. Citric acid, some more of the canning jar labels, lemon extract, and bay rum. I'm sorry this is going to be a long video, but there was a lot going on in this little folio of Elsie's. All right. And you do have lots of places to write in here if you want to add to it. And then this is, I think this is from Lorna Taylor, one of her ephemera kits. I will link to her as well. You can check out her digitals. And then it was just a little envelope. And it has stuff inside, but I can't seem to get it out. Come on. Okay. This is from Old Design Shop, just a journaling card with some chocolate cream pie on the front. Oops. And I think this is from the kit, but I may be mistaken. I can't remember now, but I think it is. It's either from the kit or Old Design Shop, or I guess it could possibly be from Lorna Taylor now that I think about it. But this is just a little creamery envelope. All right. This is an antique egg saver envelope, and by egg saver, it wasn't to save money for eggs or anything like that. It was like a powdered, it's a vegetable food product, I guess, that replaced eggs in recipes. So I love these. I'm running a tad low. I think I actually have some of these still listed in my shop if you're interested. And then there's just a little piece from the kit inside there. And I just put it over the page here and used one of the tiny paper clips from Tim Holtz. And here's another index divider with a really cute sardine label with this cute little puppy. And then you have a little card that says beets. That's not in the kit. That's from someone else, and I'm not sure where that came from. It was just in my stash. Some canning jar labels, and then these are also canning jar labels. These still are kind of gummed on the back, but they're not like fabulously gummed. They're pretty old, probably from the 19-teens at some point. Okay, and we're getting to the end. All right, I used an old maid card as a tuck spot here, cook carry. And then there are some authentic vintage receipts in here, one for a delicatessen and liquor shop. This one is for a grocery store, as well as this one. Toast water. Ugh. Sorry, I was just reading that. Ugh, that doesn't sound good at all. Okay, anyway, what does it say? Invalid cookery. Yeah, okay, I didn't read that. It's kind of weird. Here's another cute pocket from the kit. Another Borden coupon. This is an antique evaporated milk. It would have come in the evaporated milk, or maybe it was, actually I think it was the label, you know, and then you would take the label off of the can, and it had, you could save them for prizes. Some more canning jar labels. This is a piece from the kit. This is Old Design Shop. This was a recipe card I had in my stash. And this is, whoops, I'm thinking Old Design Shop. That's where that's from. I told you I was saving up stuff for a long time, right? So, and I didn't even use everything. So there'll be more cooking journals in my future, I believe. And that is the back page. I used another one of the recipe cards. I think this is Old Design Shop, and just created a pocket. And there's a wintergreen label, a saccharin label. Saccharin. This is Old Design Shop. An olive oil label. Old Design Shop. This is from the kit. I love this lady. I imagine that's Elsie's granddaughter. Another little piece from the kit. Another journaling card from the kit, and a maple syrup label. I love this. It's the gold and everything, just so pretty. All right, and that just all tucks inside there. So I think you have a ton of goodies to play with here, and you have tons of space, you know, to add into the little folio and all of that good stuff. I will put all of that back in. Let me pull this back up. It's going to be too zoomed in, but I'll lay it here anyway. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed making it. Thank you to Vectoria Designs for the awesome project pack. Make sure you go and check it out. There is usually a discount for the first few days, so that you know you get a pretty good discount if you buy it you know, within the first few days of the launch, which is today. And make sure you go and grab the free gift as well. Don't miss out on that. And yeah, just go check out my Etsy shop if you're interested in purchasing this. And that's it, guys. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for spending so much time with me going through this folio. Yeah, I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Yeah, take care, guys. I'm just rambling now. I will see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye for now.